Hello there, good afternoon, and a massive welcome to the channel. The addiction today is episode 8 of the Golden Zone project, so grab a coffee and please get comfy and let's get things started. The Blasted Lands are a scorched zone found in the south of the Eastern Kingdoms. The name of the zone is no mere coincidence, as it is home to the original Dark Portal, used by Medivh to unleash the Orcs into Azeroth for the first time. The magic invoked by the Dark Portal made the landscape an infertile desert, nowadays only inhabited by ogres and demons, as well as more resilient creatures such as scorpions and basilisks, and is home to a couple of decent farming locations. The Blasted Lands has several farming options open to you that can yield decent returns on the time taken to farm them. From your typical skinning, mining and herb farms in zone. Skinning being the best choice out of the gathering professions in this zone due to recent and current prices on ore and herbs being extremely bad. There are a lack of thorium or nodes in this zone, making it very pointless to mine here, where there are far better zones in game like Silithus as just one example. Herbs and the prices on them again just make it pointless to farm for these also to make gold, when that time could be spent farming elsewhere. Unless leveling in zone, there really is no point gathering herbs or ore here sadly, as it is a waste of time currently. Starting with Farm 1. Most of the Blasted Lands, at least 70% of the creatures found here are skinnable and will drop rugged leather and hide. The marked location on screen now is a viable spot for skinning, but the War Bear multi-farm located in the Tainted Forest within the west of the zone is by far the best place to skin for leathers. This is a well-known and classic farming spot and the only place to obtain War Bear leathers from, and like with any open-world farming location, you are able to obtain transmogs also. Prices on the reagents from this farm can jump a lot due to players undercutting the markets for whatever reasons, only dragging prices down. But overall this location can be extremely profitable if the prices are right, so please always check your auction house prices before you farm so you're not wasting your time. As the project is only aimed at showing you viable farming locations within each zone, please do remember this is not a guide on each particular farm and method. I do however have an older video on this location that is short and sweet, but does need to be updated, sorry, link will be in the description below. Moving on to farm number 2, which is located just south of the Tainted Forest War Bear farming location, and is a decent transmogs farming spot, as it is a solo force spawn. You can solo force spawn the creatures in this area simply by running laps around the large orange mushroom as you see me doing now on screen. In the last couple of days running tests here, I was able to get most colors of one particular mog set, just from running loops of this farm. And overall the drop rates are not that bad here because of it being a force spawn location. Meaning at least one creature must be up at all times within this area, and killing them all forces the system to spawn more, hence the term, force spawn. And now you lovely people know, and these types of farms are normally best suited for world drops and is why it gets a mention. Farm 3, like with most, is another classic farming location for big mouth clams, and is one of the best spots in game for this reagent, and is a really easy and simple yet somewhat boring farm. All we are doing is mass murdering all Bloodwash Enchantress, as they have a very high drop rate on big mouth clams compared to other farming locations for this reagent. You have two options with the clams. One is to simply farm then sell raw on the auction house. Just be warned that these can be a slow sell at times, but will sell of course. Second option is to farm as many clams as possible, then opening them all for chances on pearls, which you can then either use in crafts or just sell for a profit. That is basically all there is to Farm 3. Open world farm, so open world loot drops are possible here also. And if you see any floating wreckages in the water, you might as well fish them up for chances on mithril-bound trunks, which also contains world drops from this zone also, and is just more chances on potential profits. This area is also home to the second solo 4 spawn location, saving you having to running all over the area for kills. On screen is the location I speak of, and it's rather simple to do, like with the orange mushrooms in the first 4 spawn location. Here you just want to stick to the camp and outer edge and just run laps till you are bored. I have found using this method will gain the most amount of clams in the shortest times, as kills are close to each other. Honestly, this is a borderline 4 spawn location at best solo, so use at your own will. Farm number 4, and one of my personal favorites, and this is the Blasted Lands Rare Hunting Farm. This is extremely easy to do and understand. First, you may want to park a character in zone for easy access when needed. We are farming here mostly for flawless Drenithist spheres and imperfect Drenithist fragments. Both of these items, as you can see, have decent sell prices and rates, and takes but minutes to complete a full lap of the zone. So if all the rares are up and you get the kills, then you're already sitting on a nice chunk of gold for only a few minutes work. There are 12 in total, and all of them can be up at any given time, and the drop rates on the items are extremely high. Simple maths, but using the prices on European markets at the moment, if every rare was up in game and it takes less than 10 minutes to complete a full lap killing them all, that would make for 0.7k gold with current prices. And is why I suggest parking a character. Once you have enough, just sell on the auction house raw, or you can save them for Farm 5. Farm 5 is a forgotten method to potentially obtain the rarer zone loot drops, but at a cost. Please be totally aware that this method of making gold is purely a 100% gamble, so allow me to explain, please. On screen now is the NPC called Kamisha the Collector. To find Kamisha the Collector in the Blasted Lands and complete the quest Kamisha's Endeavors, you have to go to Zidormi at the entrance of the Blasted Lands and go back in time. Using the option, Show me the Blasted Lands before the invasion. Then you can find Kamisha and complete the repeatable quest. I shall leave a helpful link in the description below for you. This is where the gamble starts. Both the flawless Drenithist sphere and the imperfect Drenithist fragments can be activated by right-clicking on them, which starts a quest, where you need to bring either items to this NPC we are standing right next to now and simply hand them in. You will get bags for handing in the fragments and chests for handing in the spheres, both of which have higher drop rate chances on the zone drops, but at the same time can give you nothing but low-cost reagents. So the gamble is the price at which you could sell these on the auction house against the potential cost of one transmogs item that may take time to sell if one drops. You are able to farm for both of these items anywhere in zone, but the spheres have a higher drop rate from the rares in Farm 4, so it's up to you how to approach this farm. Just please check your auction house before you do. There is not much else left to cover within the Blasted Lands. There are a couple of Vender flips located within the Serwich in the far south to Utegard Keep in the north, and it will just be the same thing for the Horde. The flips are old and unreliable. They can sell, but like most mogs nowadays, treat them only as a time investment, and are they worth it or not? So, that was the Blasted Lands and episode 8 now completed. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you find this project helpful in some way. Please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons, and maybe come and join the amazing farming community on Discord. You are more than welcome to. For me, however, more farming is needed, so I wish you all a fond farewell, and like always people, stay safe out there.